Okay, guys, Unit 6, Lesson 7, we are looking at checking accounts. So, this is super relevant to your adult life, and it's pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and take a look at example 1. We have this statement or this check register detailing, how much money we started with, $213, and then everything that's happened since, whether it be a deposit, which is an addition to the account, we're going to add that, or whether it's a payment or a debit, which is a subtraction on the account. So let's take a look here. If our opening balance is $213, let me make this little subtraction sign smaller. Okay, we're going to start with $213. And it looks like we wrote on January 2nd, this is the check number to Candy Cane. I guess it's a store. And we paid $100. So 213 minus 100 is 113. So you see how we subtracted the payment from 213 and we got 113. This is our current balance after paying Candy Cane. All right, next we got our paycheck, which is a deposit. So this is an adding. So we're going to take 113 and add our paycheck of 421, and that gives us 534 in our checking account. Okay, from here, 534 is our balance. We're going to make this car payment. So that means we are going to subtract 319 from 534. So 534 minus 319 gives me 215. So now I have a $215 balance. Okay, I get paid again, $421. So I'm going to take the 215 and add the deposit. It gives me 636. And now I'm going to subtract the payment or the debit, and it will give me a new balance of $508.87. I then get an electric bill. I'm going to subtract that out. So $508.87. You'd be doing all this in your calculator. I don't feel the need to show you a subtraction problem, but you're going to type 508.87 and subtract the 119, and your calculator gives you 389.87. So you would fill that in. Okay, then you go to Walmart to refuel, and so you spend $57.02 on fuel. So we're going to take 389 and subtract the 57. It gives us a final balance of 332.85. Do you think you could do that? Start with your balance. You're going to subtract all the debits and then add all the deposits and see what your current balance is after all the coming and going of money during this time period. Okay, so this will be just like problem number 6, which is the last question on this assignment. All right, I'll go ahead and do problem number 1 with you. And then as you can see, the rest of them are very similar, and you'll be able to finish this up very quickly. All right, so here we go to get you started. Problem number 1. I expect you've already watched and looked at writing a check and where everything goes. This is pretty fun. Let me just go ahead and demonstrate this with you in case you did not get a chance to do this. You are going to put the store name or the person you're paying first in the first line. On the second line, you are going to write out in words, no numbers, right? You're going to write out 125. Okay, the cents you need to show as a fraction. So it's 39 cents out of 100 cents. So that's how we tell what the cents are versus the $125. Okay, so you write it fully out. And this was done because people have atrocious handwriting and sometimes you can't tell what those numbers are. Okay, in the box goes the amount that you're paying the candy cane store. And then this is really optional, but it's a good idea to do. You want to put a note here about what it was for. You bought some candy from the candy cane store. Okay. The date, it's labeled, goes at the very top, and then you sign. Ooh. All right, very nice. So make sure you do that with the drag and drops, but I'll go ahead and do number 1 with you. On April 3rd, you wrote a check to Walmart for $23.12. Okay, so right here in this box, that's number 3. I'm gonna put $23.12. All right, this first box is the date, so I'm gonna put the date, April 3rd. All right, the second line, that's the pay to the order of, that's where you put the store, Walmart. And then number 4 is this line, that's where you write out in words. Y'all, I just realized that this says 2-4. So which one do they want? Yeah, I'm gonna guess. Let's just ignore that. I'm gonna guess that it is scrambled, which is unfortunate because that makes it a little confusing. So let me start over and do it that way. Okay, I'm assuming that these are the important numbers because otherwise, why would they have 2 sets of numbers there? Okay, so they want, the first one here, that's the date. Number 4 is the words written out like that. Number 3 is the numeric value, 2312, 6. That's the signature. Number 5, this is where you would make notes about what it was you bought. Number 2 is the store. So there we go. Okay, a little confusing, but go by those second numbers and submit. Definitely make sure you do this little activity here so you can keep it all straight and you have an example to follow.